like a tanker, a giant oil tanker. It takes them a long time to turn, it takes them a long time to shift direction. But what we're able to do is pilot programs, think of new ways to improve teacher training, think of new ways to inspire children to learn. And for instance, we learned wonderful things really early on. For instance, having psychometric support for children exponentially increases their outcomes. Just a small thing, just having somebody to speak to in a school for a child actually improves how they perform in school and their grades. That's something we didn't know before we started, and that's something we were able to pass on to the South African Education Department and say, hey, look, you're always trying to get kids to do better. One of the simplest ways to do it is just have somebody in the school that they can speak to. And understanding these small things and growing them has always been something that I've enjoyed. It's always been something that I've loved, solving as a puzzle. And that's what I look at in everything that I try and do, is figure out, how do you solve that problem? What is that problem? And I think even when we use the word problem, sometimes it can seem like a bad thing. But I think of a problem like in maths. In math they go, it is a problem, as in it is just you trying to solve a collection of ideas or numbers that you're trying to get to a certain place in. So the UAE has literally shown that. The problem was, how do you create a sustainable future from something that is almost instantly available and may not be for the long term? What do you do then? And having an idea, having an end goal, I think is one of the most important. Saying, what would you like it to be? Where would you like to go? Sustainable, long-term, connected, global. That's what you've seen, and then you see the results. You look at who's in the audience, you look at who lives here, you look at who does business here. I think oftentimes the result is it's the proof of what you were actually trying to do. A lot of people will say a certain thing, oh, we want to be global, oh, we want to be this, we want to be that, but you don't see it. And I think in this region I've seen it, and I know it's not easy. That's why I find it the most impressive, to be honest with you, is because I've actually seen somebody say, this is what we want to do, we don't know if we will get there, but let's try to get there. And then you see those results start yielding, you see the region changing and improving and growing, and I think that's something that inspires me, and that's why I keep traveling, is because I always want to learn how greater minds were able to apply themselves to achieve a goal that maybe seemed unattainable when they started out.